What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where we've had a huge update on the official pages for the patch notes for the Division 2 Crossroads, otherwise known as Year 7 Season 1, that also comes along with the Battle for Brooklyn DLC. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. We've got a whole lot of information to go over, so I'm going to make it as quick as possible. A lot of it we know already, so let's get straight in to the interesting stuff. So as you can see here, they talked about it on the live stream. We're going to get the Battle for Brooklyn DLC. It's going to give us smart cover. We're going to get the Catalyst exotic mask. That is going to be a chance drop from the final mission. It's not guaranteed, so we might be running that a few times to pick that up. There's going to be a maintenance tomorrow for 7 hours, a huge maintenance tomorrow. So the game won't go live till around 3 o'clock UK time, which I think is 10 a.m. EST, so good for you guys, a little bit later for us Europeans. Then we've got the modifiers, which we've seen before, hardcore, with the we've got the Division 1 tactical link and stamina and assault link kind of things all coming back. You can see that here, and they give you a nice little table here, which if you want to pause and have a bit more of a look at it, you can do. But effectively, kill stuff, get stronger in every way, whether it be skills, whether it be, you know, armor or firearms. You just kill things with the little symbols above the head and you will get stronger. We've made enough videos about this previously. Be sure to go and check them out. But yeah, really good. Seems like you're going to be really powerful again this season. I'm super pumped because I kind of like the idea that we're going to be able to create that kind of firearms and electronic style builds again, because we will be building the actual core tiers up in our builds by playing the game. So yeah, seems really good, and it's going to give some really good build variety. And for me, of course, as a content creator, that's pretty cool. So then we've got the active modifiers and passive modifiers. Again, I'm just going to hold these here so you can pause it. I've made videos on these before. You really don't need me to talking through walls and walls of text. I'll move down to the passive ones. And then we've got the hostile countermeasures and the enemy marks and effects. And then rewards here, we'll go over these. So you can see, so killing a marked enemy grants the score points, which then feeds into that table that we saw earlier on. So let's move on to something now that's new and a bit more interesting. We've got the Manhunt Scouts. So these are going to release weekly. You don't actually have to do them in order anymore, and there's only going to be 2 that you have to complete in order to access the climax mission at the end, and they're going to be the HVT ones. So that brings a little bit more freedom to you as agents, whether you want to do them all and get the seasonal XP or you just don't want to. Completely up to you, depending on how much of an agent you are on a weekly basis, because obviously it can be quite daunting if you've not played for 4 or 5 weeks to come and do them them scout missions. And it becomes, if you're not doing it weekly, it can become a little bit tedious. So I guess they've seen that and thought, you know what, let's just make it so only 2 are required, and then people can jump in to the climax mission at the end. They made a few changes, obviously, as they did last season. The journey 1, 2 and 3 now unlock all together. 1 and 2 did anyway. They were optional last time, so really you started at 3, but you were kind of doing all 3 at the same time. But this time they've taken that one step further. 4, 5 and 6 now unlocks together as well, which is pretty cool. Passive modifiers are no longer unlocked by completing entire missions. Instead, they're tied to specific objectives within the 4 through to 7 missions. So that's a little bit different. I'm not sure how keen I am on that, but I guess we'll just see how that plays out and obviously pass our feedback at the end. So let's just move on from that as well. So that's all nice and interesting. So what we're really interested in is here now the gear, weapons and talents, because we know there has been some changes to this. Streamline was mentioned that had been changed, the pecan as well. So we've got the pecan here, which also came with a very flashy new skin that they showed in the live stream. But it comes with reload speed, weapon damage, crit chance, and a 20 round mag. All really cool mods there. I like them all. The 10% reload speed definitely needed. But now each kill grants a stack of 75% to the magazine size up to 4 times. So that's had a buff since the PTS. Definitely will be interesting to see how that plays, especially with these new fancy weapon mods that it's had as well. Then we've got the nimble holster, which looks like it's the same. 5% repairs, 3% in PvP. Yeah, it looks like it's the same. Red core, crit chance, crit damage. They showed that this little strap goes from blue to red, I think, showing you, indicating whether you're in cover or not in cover and stuff. That was pretty cool. Nice to see some of the gear becoming a little bit more animated. Then we've got the measured assembly set, which we won't go over because we've seen that already. I don't think that had any change. And the imminent armaments, that's not had any changes either. So that all kind of looked cool. They did show though that one of these, I think it was the measured assembly, came with a one strap backpack. The measured assembly comes with two, so it must have been the imminent armaments that came with the one strap backpack. But then we have got, here we go. So it has had a significant change. So Perfect Streamline has had a 40% reduction. It was 87% in the PTS. It's now 47%. So yeah, okay. And then not as much of a change for the regular version. It's down only 5% on the perfect one, so 42%, and 32% in PvP. So that's had a significant change. How interesting that's going to be now compared to the likes of Flatline, I don't know. I'm going to have to do the maths on that because it might just be easier to run Flatline and you're not worried on any skills deploying or going down or anything like that. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll try it out and we'll pass feedback as we go. Then we've got the Master Climax mission, which is going to come with the Tinkerer mask. We saw the full look of it this time around. We didn't have the full look of it in the PTS. It looks really cool. And obviously, yeah, can't wait to get hold of that. But there's going to be a few weeks before we get to that because that's going to be the Climax mission at the end of the season. There was a lot of player onboarding improvements that are coming. They put a lot of tutorials in for the Battle of Brooklyn DLC, plus the onboarding caches and things like that. They talked about that a little bit in the live with the milestone builds. I'm going to make a separate video on this because I have got all of them. So I'm going to open them all on a video just to kind of see what they're doing for the new players. Seasonal journey objectives can now be played in a group setting, which is great. And then the huge thing that they dropped out of nowhere was that all living world activities, main missions and game modes now give you 85% more season XP, meaning, you know, you can pretty much do whatever you want to earn season XP. And I think that's how it should be. They talked about the scavenging points. We've talked about this a bunch already on this channel, but they're being multiplied by 3. So that is all good. Don't forget to spend all of your points though before tomorrow, because otherwise you will lose them, because we're going to get that new one-time grant refill. The level 40 boost is coming into the game with the DLC. It gives you a level 40 set of gear as well. We don't know what that gear is yet, but it's probably going to be a lot of high-end yellow gear, much like the other boosts gave you in other level 30 boost that we've had previously as well. Other changes, they've found other issues, you know, with the combat medic talent on the Birdie quick fix backpack was not working as intended. That's a little bit buggy. That is being fixed. The issue where we're unable to open caches when our inventory is full is being fixed, which is so good. And they fixed the exotic skin texture not working with the Scorpio, which means hopefully we're finally going to see that pestilence skin. Then you can see that the season pass is going to be here for $9.99, so 1,000 premium credits. And then the premium plus one again is going to be available for $29.99, which comes with you know, a few extra bits and bats. So we can see here 10 gear dies, 10 universal weapon skins, 2 outfits, and 2 new prestige arm passes for the premium track rewards. And then players can earn 400 premium credits by progressing through the season pass on the premium track as well. So that's kind of the extra stuff that you get. The free track though still gives you 3 arm patches, 1 outfit, 1 exotic weapon, 1 exotic gear, 2 name weapons, 2 name gear, 1 high end, and 1 universal weapon skin. All of that gear is stuff that we've already talked about up above. It'll give you the pecan, it'll give you the nimble holster and things like that. The one-time offer is returning. As you can see, these tend to be the same kind of masks. I really like this one actually. So this is going to be, it includes, so for $20 it includes 2,000 premium credits. You get a bonus of 600 credits and you get the Bedlam mask, which actually looks pretty cool. So that is all great as well. That is your brief overview with all of the changes. Can't wait to test this out. Streamline being probably the most important thing to test out tomorrow, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have the new missions to do. That's going to be good. We have the new hunter stuff to find. as well, as long as with the Manhunt and stuff like that. So expect an absolute ton of content coming to my channel as always. Thank you so much for watching, agents, and I will see you tomorrow. Just a quick one. I've got Twitch drops. I've got some very extra special exclusive surprises on my channel as well tomorrow, so come and check that out as well. And I also have another exclusive video coming. I'm not sure when I'm going to release it because I don't want it to get swallowed up in all of the release hype for the DLC, but I've got an exclusive video that I'm going to drop at some point this week, so look out for that. But obviously, first of all, come and see me over on Twitch tomorrow. Get your Twitch drops, come and get your exclusive rewards that I've got as well, and I will see you in the next one. Maybe a few giveaways. Let's just see. See you tomorrow, agents. Bye bye.